So in this lesson, we are calculating the rate people are working together. Let's take a look at what that means. This problem says Jessica can type 4 pages per hour. Her friend Alejandro can type 6 pages per hour. How long would it take to type a 14-page paper if they work together? So let's first take a look at what we know about Jessica. What we know about Jessica is that, what we know about Jessica is that she can type 4 pages in 1 hour. And what do we know about Alejandro? We know that Alejandro is able to type 6 pages in 1 hour. So that means that together they are able to type 10 pages. If they were both typing in the course of 1 hour, they would have 10 pages. But we're not asked how many pages they're able to type in an hour. We're asked to figure out how long it will take them to type 14 pages. So what we need to do is set this up as a ratio, 10 pages when they're working together in 1 hour, as a ratio to, we know that they need to type 14 pages in some number of hours. And when we don't know a number, we always just call it X. So what do we end up with here? We end up with, if I set up my equation, then I have 10 over 1, but I can just call that 10, is equal to 14 over X. I want to get X out of the denominator, so I need to multiply on both sides by X. If I multiply on both sides by X, the X cancels out of the denominator, and on the left side I'm left with 10x is equal to 14, which means that I can solve for x by dividing by 10. And what I ultimately end up with is that x is equal to 1.4. X equals 1.4. If I know that x is equal to 1.4, then I need to write that in a sentence that makes sense to the situation. That means that if Jessica and Alejandro work together, then they can type type 14 pages in 1.4 hours. So not quite an hour and a half, 1.4 hours.